Do we have to start all over again? Okay, so for proper clamping of the keys that have wards in them, we want to make sure that we open up the jaw all the way, so we're not clamping on the milling. We're actually going all the way to the back of the clamp. And the best way to identify that is to look at the wards itself, and the ward, which sits just off center of the key, actually disappears a little bit when it goes into the clamp appropriately. Then what we'll do is we'll bring the shoulder stop up, then using our middle finger or our index finger to bring the key all the way up to the shoulder stop. Then we'll go ahead and clamp it back down. Bring the shoulder back down, we'll give the key a little bit of a twist. If the key was to come out like that, when it was tightened all the way, it may need a shim on the under portion right here of the milling to hold the key in appropriately. But we'll go ahead and clamp this back down, making sure that it doesn't twist out, and then we'll go ahead and cut. This one is a YHY 15 or 14. I'm sorry. We're going to be using DSD 148, and the cuts were 433. Oops. I'm gonna make sure we're typing. 433. I believe it was 32113. Okay, make sure that there's no obstructions anywhere, and then we'll go ahead and hit start, and then verify that we are using jaw 2. We do have it clamped into D, and that there is no obstructions, and we do have both our tip and our shoulder stop all the way down. Go ahead and start that. So now for the tricky part, flipping it over and making sure that we clamp on the same portion that we did just before. So what I like to do is brush off any of the debris that still is on the key. Just run my hand over it, make sure that I'm not going to have any problems. And then once again, I'm going to go all the way back to the back end of the clamp. But this time, because we have those deep cuts in front, we have to make sure that the key remains level. And the best way to do that is you can actually eyeball it a little bit and just follow that straight line, and you should see a consistent straight line against the front of the clamp versus the milling or the top part of that milling. Clamp that down, get that in place, give it a little wiggle, make sure it doesn't move. Go click start again. Give me a second, let me brush this off real quick. Oop. Okay. And so if we look at the key, and we'll use the flat edge of the jaw, when we take a look, because we know these two are ones, we'll put it up against there. Everything looks nice and smooth. It doesn't look like it's kicked or anything. We're going to flip it over, make sure it's the same way. It is, and this key should work your lock.